Hey, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Real Talk. I'm your host, Jeff Cook, and today we are back in the Real Talk studios, aka One Chapel Prayer Room. And today we've got a really great show. We've got Eric Walker and Barrett Gray with the Liberty Hill fishing team. They took second place at the championship on Lake Waco. So we're real excited to get to hear about their strategy and how that day played out. And we're going to get to know them a little bit. Eric is the president of the fishing team, and Barrett is the secretary. So we're going to dive into a little bit about what it takes to run a club, what it takes to be a leader in the community, and what it takes to be a high-performing fishing team. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so we can spread the news of Real Talk across the YouTube platform. So stick around and welcome to Real Talk.
Faith Angler Network, Real Talk, where faith, fishing, and friendships come together.
All right, welcome to Real Talk. Glad to have you in, Eric, Barrett. How y'all doing today?
Doing pretty good.
All right. So we just had a state championship on Waco. You guys came in second. Good finish. We want to talk a little bit about that and got a lot of things to talk about today. But first, for your fans out there that don't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself. Barrett, I'll let you lead.
My name's Barrett Gray, and I go to Liberty Hill High School. I love just being outdoors, hunting and fishing. That's my main thing. That's why I'm part of FFA and the fishing team. It's just what I really like to do.
My name's Eric Walker. We've kind of grown up in the Liberty Hill to Lampasas area for pretty much our whole lives, just hunting and fishing pretty much.
Now, were y'all, you've known each other for how many years?
Since our parents were friends before we were born, so we've kind of been friends our whole lives.
So you were born friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's really neat. I think that that's a neat story all of itself right there. So you guys went on, did y'all do like fishing trips together with dads going out and y'all just kind of tagged along?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's really, really cool. So you've been part of the Liberty Hill fishing team for 6 years, which is that since it's been, how long has it been in operation?
It should be about 10 to 11 years is
That's
about
right.
how long it's been.
Casey started it. I remember. It's hard to believe it's been 10 years, y'all. That's crazy. So how has being part of the Liberty Hill fishing team shaped you guys? I mean, obviously you're really good fishing. You're a great team, but just the overall being part of Liberty Hill fishing team in Liberty Hill, give me that kind of experience.
I feel like it's kind of like brought us to the community. Like before, we never really did, neither of us, we did football or baseball or nothing like that. So being part of the fishing team allowed us to kind of be a part of the community.
Mm-hmm.
And we did a lot of just events kind of throughout the years.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of gave us an opportunity to be there and just kind of communicate with the people and kind of hang out and have a good time.
Liberty Hill does a lot in the community. I know you do some tailgate stuff and you do some stuff with the school. Tell me a little bit more about what it's like being part of the Liberty Hill fishing team.
Being part of the fishing team is really just a chance to just help out others. I know we go to basically most of the Liberty Hill fishing team goes to the Learn to Fish event to help out younger kids.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We do all sorts of national night out. We volunteer, help get little kids introduced to different jobs and stuff like that. So just being a part of the fishing team is just a chance to just help out the community.
Yeah. And it's an awesome community. Well, so we just wrapped up the state championship. I was getting the feeling it was a little breezy out there. Did y'all pick up on that?
Yeah, it was a little breezy.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You guys did really well. And I think we've already said a second place finish, a hard fought season. What was your best finish in the season prior to the championship?
Maybe like a fifth or sixth place.
So the top 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Top 10 a couple times.
That's great. And so you're out there. First of all, did you think you guys had a second place when you're out there?
We did not think at all. I personally was thinking about 15th place, 15th, 17th place, but
I knew it'd be a tough day. I was thinking top 5 for sure, but definitely not second. So
Yeah. So when you found out you were you locked in second, how did you feel?
it was a pretty good feeling.
pretty excited.
Yeah.
Especially we've been doing this for 6 years and everything kind of comes together on the last tournament. So that feels pretty good.
Yeah, on a pretty brutal day.
Yeah.
So did y'all get a chance to practice before the championship?
No, sir.
So that may have helped you because you didn't really have any identified patterns or any kind of what was your game plan when coming out to the tournament?
Well, we kind of knew the shed were still kind of spawning and stuff. So we kind of knew where we needed to go, and we knew we needed to get out of the wind a little bit, especially in the morning. And we kind of took advantage of that and caught most of our fish within the last. I think we had probably 12 and a half pounds in the first 30 minutes or so.
Wait a minute. So what was your boat number? Just
20.
So you launched in the first flight. So you got to your first spot, and you put how many fish in the boat?
We had our 5 fish within 30 minutes.
30 minutes, yeah.
All right. Well, what were you guys throwing out there?
The first thing was swim baits with underspin swim baits. That's what
a 5-inch.
About a 5-inch.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yep. And then
that's pretty much it. And then we just kind of, as the bite kind of slowed down, because it was pretty rapid real quick, and then we kind of started slowing down, threw some shaky heads and stuff like that, and picked up a couple fish later on.
So you were fishing in fairly protected water if you're throwing a shaky head.
Yes, sir.
And so you're back in coves or creeks?
We stayed in one cove on the kind of south end of the lake. We stayed in that cove 95% of the day.
Wow. Well, that's probably good. It didn't beat you guys up. It helped preserve your trolling motor, all of the things, and it worked.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so underspins and shaky heads. Anything else?
I think that was pretty much it. I mean, we knew where the fish were, and we knew they were hanging around in that same spot all day, so we just kind of had to rough it out and keep trying to catch the little ones here and there.
What was your biggest fish?
What was yours? 3?
I think 3. Yeah, something like that.
So 3.
Almost 4, yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's a story I didn't know, and I kind of talked to a lot of different people that went out and were just popping different places. Well, so senior year, you've done this. I mean, what was your best finish in the 6 years y'all have participated?
Second place.
And what lake?
Well, we've got, I guess, 2 second places. The championship finish,
right,
and then our first or second year doing it, we got second place at a LBJ fan tournament.
Okay. All right. I mean, you guys are then just always right. How many championships have you qualified for?
We've done all
of them. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that makes sense. After you guys put in, we launch, you go, did you think you guys were going to just, today was the day? Did you feel anything, or were you just we're going fishing?
No, we were just kind of going fishing, especially with the wind and how the weather was. It was like one of those days you just kind of go try to catch a fish. So,
how many fish did you guys catch? Did you call?
We called twice.
Yeah.
Well, we probably caught 25 fish, maybe 30 fish, something like that. So a bunch of small ones.
A bunch of 10 to 12 inchers.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So great day. I mean, windy day, conditions aside, how do you feel you've left your seniors, you're going off into the next phase of your life? How do you feel you left your high school fishing competition journey?
I feel we did a pretty good job. I know we've had the chance to help out a bunch of younger anglers. I know there's a couple anglers that we kind of helped inspire to do more tournament fishing.
Yeah, it's definitely just helping the younger generation. I mean, I know whenever I was in, freshman in high school or whatever, it was get on the board and whatever. It was pretty terrifying. But now that I'm the president, I can kind of help other kids feel better about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so they're over there in the back. They don't want to get up on the stage and talk or whatever, but they kind of need to learn. And it's been fun kind of teaching them that it's okay to be nervous about it, and they need to go up there and kind of do something.
Yeah. So, who in the Liberty Hill fishing team do you think's got is the big big stick now that you guys have left?
I think Caden LeBay. Yes, sir.
All right,
He's
Caden.
he knows how to catch some fish. So
He did really well this year.
He
him
did,
and his
yeah.
brother. So that's really cool. Yeah. So we'll talk about leadership because you both are leadership, have a leadership, and you alluded to it. So what does that leadership look like for you this past year? How did you lead specifically with the younger kids? And I know we talked about it a little bit, but and then Barrett, I'll let you answer the same question when he's done.
I feel like it's been pretty good, but instead of having the kids kind of come up to us, because like I was saying, they're kind of scared. They don't want to talk to us because we're big seniors and whatever. But kind of going down to them and like us talking to them instead of them talking to us and making them feel like they're a part of the team instead of just showing up to the meetings and going and going to fishing a couple tournaments. I feel like it's important that we talk to them and make them feel like they're involved more with the team and us.
Yeah. No, I love what you guys do there. And what about you, Barrett?
I agree. I think just getting the team together as a group, because some kids may be scared of like a one-on-one with a kid that's 3-4 years older than them. I think getting a group, getting some kids that are maybe only a year or two older than them, and then us just all getting together and having a good conversation also is good as well.
So what do you guys want to leave behind as your legacy for the Liberty Hill fishing team?
I feel like just kind of the community, because especially with Red and Kate and everything, as the fishing team gets older, I feel like that kind of gets left out more. So I feel like we need to bring it back, and then I know Caden will bring it back next year stronger than it has been. And so we can remember how the Liberty Hill fishing team was started and like why it all was a thing in the first place.
Yeah, and I love to hear that because it, when it started, I remember the team forming. I was actually at one of the first meetings, and Casey was there and kind of kicked off the season, and then also working with the Cade Riley Memorial. You guys just jumped all in on that. And will y'all be out at the Rippin' Lips for Red tournament this summer?
We probably will, yes,
Hope
sir.
so.
Working or fishing?
Yes, sir.
Work a little bit and then
Yeah.
fish.
Go
Also.
fish.
Yeah.
Well, that's really cool. And I'll put a link here for the Rippin' Lips for Red tournament that's going to come up on July 28th, 5th. It'll be in the link. So it's not all about fishing, right? So there's a balance between the other things you did. And I know you're getting ready to go, you're going into a new exciting journey. We'll talk about that in a moment. But balancing school, you were both in the FFA. So how did you balance fishing, FFA, everything you did kind of at a high level?
I'd say just taking time out of each day and just really looking at what you need to get done. So whether it's studying for FFA competitions, just go get it done. Don't postpone it. And then set aside your time for fishing so you can get that done and be good at that to pre-fish. And just really just set aside, make sure you get things done. Don't postpone things.
If I'm going to be honest, my classes were pretty light. So, and
this is probably the joy of a senior year, right?
Anytime there was an opportunity to go fishing, I was fishing instead of doing school.
So what he's saying is work really hard, get a light schedule, and go fishing.
Yeah.
Because if you hadn't, probably wouldn't have had that ability to go. So what's the toughest part of balancing it all?
Say finding the time to being able to do everything. I mean, you can only do so much, but just finding the time to be able to do as much as you can.
Okay.
And I feel like with a lot of the FFA stuff, it's like an all or nothing type of deal. Because the whole year you don't do nothing, and then for a few months it's just straight events and stuff, missing school and whatever. So we kind of fished before and then did FFA and then brought fishing back more after FFA was done.
And you guys were both in the wildlife range and forestry group, right? Why don't you tell us what that is for those that don't know?
So those are career development competitions through FFA, and each one kind of prepares you for that specific career. So like wildlife kind of ties into being a game warden. There's things like game laws. There's identifying animals, stuff like that. Range ties into almost being more of like a rancher. There's a bunch of different grass identifications.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's different plots of land, and you have to do just basic figuring on cattle management on that plot of land. And then forestry just ties into basically like A&M Forest Service type thing. There's identifying trees. You have to use a stick, and you got to figure out how tall the tree is using a stick. So, but anyway, they all just tie into careers. And
Okay. A little backstory on me in '80. I was in FFA, and I was in the hay judging competition, and I finished second, and we were in Nacogdoches, and not used that skill since.
yeah.
But I can tell you what a good stalk of hay looks like if you need it, and alfalfa actually. Anyway, so well then, did that prep you for where you guys are going next? So tell us a little bit about your future.
So we're both going to the fire academy, and I feel like those events, they didn't really help us a lot for doing that. But
FFA people, earmuffs.
as far as like being outside and stuff, the conservation wise, for instead of just going shooting whatever you see or catching all the fish or whatever, it's kind of taught a lot of conservation to me, and kind of more than just going out and shooting something or catching a fish. Because there's a lot more in the outdoors beyond that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I could say the only thing is studying for things. I know like in the Clean Fire Academy, we're going to have to basically just continue our education. And so we're just going to really have to study to learn new things. I know neither of us have firefighting experience, so it'll be something brand new. I think studying for those FFA competitions will kind of help us in that way.
Yeah, it builds some skills to how to prepare for that. So have you always wanted to be firefighters?
Yeah, pretty much.
Both of our dads are firemen, and I think there's like 8 people in my family that are firemen.
Okay.
So that's kind of led us to that. We've heard good things from all the firemen we know.
Are they currently in the fire department?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Is Liberty Hill, is it a volunteer fire department, or is it a fully city-ran department?
Liberty Hill is a fully functioning ESD fire department.
Wow. Is that where y'all are going to go? Is that ultimately where you want to land? In Liberty Hill? Are you ready to get out of Liberty Hill and go?
No, I'm going to kind of figure out somewhere in this area. I won't move too far.
Okay.
My dad works in Georgetown.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So they're kind of, they don't work in Liberty Hill, but kind of in the same area.
Got it. Yeah, it's not that far.
Yeah, and my dad's an Austin fireman, so
okay.
But I'm the same way. Just looking in the area, Cedar Park, Round Rock, any of those, Georgetown, Liberty Hill, any of those in this area.
I think that is so cool. We'll certainly keep praying for you guys to get through that academy and into your careers. It's an admirable career, and so good luck in that adventure. So one of the things we usually talk about in the fan podcast, the Real Talk, is your faith and how has faith played a role in your journey. Y'all have any thoughts on how, or experiences that you can share where how faith has played a role in your journey?
I feel like, you kind of get in a point where you got to be pretty close to the Lord to kind of put us in a situation, obviously, to get a second place on that day, giving us the knowledge we know, and kind of pushing us to where, like, whenever we're maybe had a bad day or whatever, we're like, why didn't he just give us a first place? Like, but we have to understand that the Lord like builds us instead of just, he puts us through certain situations. So that way, whenever it comes up again, we'll just know what we're doing. So
constantly refining us. Most times it's not our way.
Yes, sir.
So, you guys, have you ever had moments on the water where you felt God teaching you something?
I'd say patience. I think that's just fishing's a really good way for the Lord to teach us patience in things.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. And just like I was saying earlier, kind of pushing us to do stuff that maybe we wouldn't have done before, putting us in tough situations to just build our knowledge and help get closer to Him.
So you guys have been outdoorsmen for your entire life. I mean, I think your entire
Yes, sir.
lives. I mean, you grew up in the outdoors, and you didn't do much else academically, correct? You guys didn't. Did y'all play any other sports?
No other sports.
Just outdoors, hunting, fishing.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. What? How has the being in the outdoors impacted your perspective of life?
I feel like it opens up a lot of it to realizing that we don't have to get a job just to do this or do that. Kind of being able to have some freedom is my thing. Being able to go and do whatever I want, kind of by myself or with whoever. So
Yeah. Barry, you got any thoughts on that?
I perfectly agree with him. I mean, I personally would not want to be stuck in a cubicle 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. So I think being outdoors teaches us that there's definitely more than just a box in life.
Yeah. And in many cases, a little balance of both, because we need the people in the cubicles, coding and grinding out all that stuff. But appreciating God's creation is incredible. And I was in a cube for many years in my life, and in an office, and I cherish the moments and the times I could be outdoors and the sunrises. So I think if you don't have the ability that is your life, or that's your experience, to be able to get outdoors and experience God's creation. So we want to talk. I want to kind of get in your heads about competition and how you guys prepare mentally for tournaments. And so share how your mindset in preparation for a tournament.
I'd say just looking at fishing reports beforehand, before the tournament, looking at fishing reports, going pre-fishing to get just some like previous beforehand knowledge of what you think they're best going to be doing during the tournament. And then just going into the tournament and using that to help you, but also being able to just pivot in case it doesn't work.
I feel like the biggest thing would be trying to pivot, because especially whenever we pre-fish, if we pre-fish and we find a pattern, then it's like, well, they're hitting on the pattern real good. And then come tournament day and they ain't biting nothing, being able to pivot and switch it up and find what they're biting on again, I feel like that's incredibly important, because in past tournaments, I know we've done it multiple times, as we get on a pattern the day before or maybe a week before or whatever. And then tournament day, we get stuck on it. And then we keep fishing it, and it just doesn't work all day. And then it kind of screws us over because we don't catch enough fish on a pattern that was working maybe a week ago.
Yeah. So how long do you stick on something that isn't working? When do you decide it's time to switch up?
Whenever I get bored.
So if they're biting, you don't get bored.
No.
So it's after an hour? I mean, if you're out there and you're going, this should work. Have you ever had an experience where, okay, you stuck with the pattern and the fish came back into that pattern? So I've had that happen a lot, where I didn't change because I knew they were going to come back, and they either moved in or just they bit or whatever. Have you had that experience?
We've had that a couple times, but we may find a pattern and then say we're throwing a pattern in the morning and then it turns off, and then we may throw some other stuff. It might work a little bit, but then we'll go back to maybe what we were throwing in the morning, and then it may be working again.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you handle pressure when you know you're in contention? Maybe like kind of thought you weren't sure at Waco.
I guess just focusing on fishing. I mean, you just need to fish and catch the fish to be able to do good in the tournament. So just focusing on actually catching the fish instead of letting your mind wander onto other things. Just making sure you can catch fish.
Yeah, stay focused on the fishing.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty important.
Yeah. What separates good anglers from great anglers?
Practice, just time on the water. That's the thing.
Yeah, and I feel like the same thing I was talking earlier about the pattern and stuff. I mean, a good angler, they can find a pattern and then stick on a pattern, but a great angler can find a pattern, and then if it goes away, they can find another one.
Yeah, I think we fish 1-day tournaments. You guys ever fished a 3-day or 2-day tournament? Have you ever had that experience?
We fished the state tournament our freshman year on Sam Rayburn.
For Texas High School Bass, which is a pre-fish day and then a 2-day tournament. So 3 days of fishing.
So you get a little bit more of a challenge catching or managing your fish in day 1 versus 2.
Yeah.
Then you get to 4-day tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another element that I think guys you learn, because it kind of ties into practice day when you can. Okay, I'm not going to. So in practice, do you stick your fish or do you let them jump off?
We have a habit of still sticking our fish. I know we probably should just let them get off so they don't get a sore lip, but I know we normally stick them.
Yeah,
so.
It's hard not to. You're out there fishing.
I know. My thing is, if I let a 10-pounder off in pre-fish, then I'm going to kill myself. So I might just catch the 10-pounder and then forget about tournament day.
And just take a picture of it and just call it a day.
Yes, sir.
Well, any day you catch a 10-pounder is a great day.
Oh, yeah.
And it happens. But wow. Okay. So how do you hope people would remember you after graduation?
It's just, I would think, just as someone that was there for people, just to help them whenever they really needed it in the community.
Yeah, I think so. There's somebody that was kind of open to communicate with the younger generations, and somebody that wanted to bring them in to closer to the team as a whole, and just kind of having a good time, laughing and not worrying about what other people think.
Yeah, very good. I got a question for you here. What is your favorite fishing technique?
Slow baits. I think that's how it is for both of us, I think. But like wackies and shaky heads, Texas rigs, all that.
I mean, I'll always throw a good topwater frog, but whenever, most of the time, we end up going pretty slow, and it works out pretty good for us.
All right. So you both fish slow.
Mm-hmm.
You're not up there cranking and winding while you're back in the back.
Not
or
that
vice
often,
versa.
but
Okay.
yeah.
So when you guys fish, are you switch being on the deck? How do you guys how does that work?
Basically,
We try to do, because he's right-handed and I'm left-handed. So it depends on if we're going down a bank and we're going one way, then I'm going to be on the trolling motor. If we're going the other way, just whichever
on the
kind of
I'll
makes
be on the
sense.
trolling motor.
Okay.
But we always share the front deck.
Okay. That's cool. Quick fire round. I want to give you 4 or 5 questions. First thing that comes to mind. Favorite fishing lure?
The donkey rig.
Wacky rig.
Favorite lake to fish?
Oh, probably right now, inks.
LBJ and East, those two.
Okay.
Sure.
Early morning or afternoon bite?
Early morning.
Yeah, early morning.
Yeah.
Big bass or big bag?
Depends on how big the bass is.
And how big the bag is also.
Hank, these are just
probably a big
answer.
bag.
I mean, I didn't get all that, options in here. Big bass or big bag?
I'd say big bag.
Yeah, probably big bag.
Okay. One word to describe Barrett.
He's fun. He's fun to fish.
Okay. One word to describe Eric.
I would say out. I'll
Come
go.
on.
I'll go outgoing.
Outgoing.
I'll say that.
All right. Well, I'm so glad you guys got in. I'm glad to congratulations on a great success, a great year. And it's going to be a bummer to see you guys take your journey off into the Fire Academy. God bless you guys going out there. But a shout out to the Liberty Hill fishing team, all of the fan student anglers all across Texas. And, we set some strong examples here, and they, not just competitively, but serving and giving back. Guys, if you love what we're doing, if you love this episode, like, comment, and subscribe, and leave a comment of what lake you would like to fish, or is it big bass or big bag? Leave a comment. Thanks again, y'all, and we'll see y'all on the water. This episode of Real Talk was brought to you by CGC Saracen.